this agreement non-binding? I mean, the fact that politicians can say anything to get to power, and I'm looking at the effect on the electorate and how can the electorate continue to hold politicians? Do you think that we should get to the stage where we begin to sign agreements, something that the electorate can take to court in event that a politician breaks his promise?
The first question I think you people should ask all those people is that, what is your interest in wanting to discuss this issue of 2015 now? Why do you want to discuss it?
Dr. Dogo, while we're discussing, I mean, what you have said has brought out revelations that maybe it's an opening of the eyes or falling of the scales of the eyes of some sort, but it does have some repercussion for the electorate at large. You're saying in very clear terms that politicians cannot be taken at their words, and that anything anybody says to get to power is allowed. That's the import of your statement.
That is the truth, unless you want me to tell you lies, and it is like that everywhere in the world. This is it, and it based on, look, if the person, look at the US elections. Did you get it? Look at the behavior of Obama now vis-a-vis how he behaved during the first term. Is it the same? Don't you see he's so tough? Don't you see he doesn't even care whatever happens? He is there, and this is his last term. You know, in politics, we'll say that, look, nobody gives up power voluntarily. You give up power through the ballot box, through the barrel of the gun, or through massive revolt. This is it. But to say a person is in power and really wants to get out of it because he's tired, very few, like Mandela did. This is it. Very few.
So if you look at it from that perspective, I mean, you're also a political scientist.
Yes.
What do you think the electorate can do to make sure that politicians are accountable if truly they cannot be trusted or taken at their words?
See, hold the person. You see, every single Nigerian has the right, I repeat, has the right to hold whoever has been elected into power responsible for all sorts of things. Take, for example, a local government chairman, isn't it? You are neighbors. You lived with him. He had nothing. And suddenly you see him with fleet of cars, houses and everything. What do? You go and worship him so that he can give you crumbs from what he has taken away? Can his salary, in a normal way, afford him those things? Let me be honest with you. There is hardly a single civil servant, public servant, or even the president that through their legitimate earnings, forget of the sideshows, can build the kind of houses they build. Nobody. And let the person come out. Can anybody raise objections? Has anybody, you know, a few people look like, at times I wish Ghani and co had lived forever. Maybe Nigeria will still be better off because it kept some people on their toes in not doing some certain things. But we simply submit and we worship these people, whatever they do, whatever comes, which shouldn't be the case. So it is not an issue of saying you shouldn't take a person by his word, you shouldn't do this in the first place. Tell me where on earth all those promises have been fulfilled. Where do they have the resources to even fulfill them in the first place?